So hey guys, and welcome back to Ames's Corner. How you all doing out there? So today I'm going to be taking a look at Snap-on's Blue Point line of entry-level tools. This is their more inclusive set, and it very closely matches the Mac set, or the Mac Expert tool set we reviewed last week. Same price, very similar tool count, and some pretty big differences on the tools themselves. So why don't we take a look at this set and see what we think about it.
Alright guys, I got you up here on the head cam. Let's break into this box and see what we got. So first off, we got the look of what's in the box. 100-piece 1/4 inch plus 3/8 drive general service set. You guys can see that. Part number BLPG-SSC100B. More of the same information, and just like the other sets, just a little bit of what's in there. If you guys want to see exactly what's in, you can pause the video and read a little more of it. Yep. Not much to say about it, not much, just what you got in the box and some quick pictures of all that, and a little more on the other side. Let's peel this wrapping off and get in there. Now, it feels a little lighter than the Expert set. I'd say probably 25, 28 pounds. I think that other set was about 30 pounds. Nice rugged case. Two hinges, looks like two-piece 2 hinges. These don't come apart like the Mac set does, or the Expert set does. Really rugged. Rugged on both sides. Now, the latches on this are nice. They're nice latches, not as rugged and as tough as the Expert set. And it looks like there's a little more going on. It's like some weak springs in here that probably won't hold up as well. Handle is still on just one side of it, so you really got to rely on those hinges to hold it together. Not bad though. Just feels like they're actually made out of aluminum. So yeah, all right. Not as nice of a case as the Expert set. So let's see what we have in here. Interesting little, it's like some sort of foam little diagram, tells you where all the tools go in the case. It looks like this set doesn't hold the sockets into the case. I believe that's what this would be used for. This little piece here holds all the sockets, which is good and bad. If you remember from the Expert set, they were really hard to get the sockets out. This looks like it's really easy to get them out. The trouble is though, one good jostle when this is open, and all of these are just going to end up, falling out, and then you got to put them together. So maybe not as good as having them lock in, but I guess it is what it is. And then that's a little tough to open. And then the same deal, you get the wrenches. Those are real easy to get out. Thicker, a lot thicker. Have a good feel to them. They don't feel quite as balanced as, let me get a bigger one here. They don't feel quite as balanced as the Expert wrenches, but they feel like a Snap-on wrench. The Expert set, those wrenches, they didn't feel like a Mac wrench, but these really feel like a Snap-on wrench to me. The cut of them, the thickness of them, the heft and the balance. Interesting. The wrenches fit in pretty well. They lock in the same. We got the same foam piece on the other side. That's interesting. We'll just close that up for now. It's a little tough to open, which can be kind of a problem. I see a problem with that if this is maybe you got this on a fender or on a shaky bench, and you go to open that, and you can see the sockets want to jump around. That's yeah, that's probably not the best idea. Maybe I would have liked to have seen a latch, maybe an easy to use clicky latch on that case. And then I'm not sure what you're supposed to do with this when you're using the wrenches. Just open it here. We got some jostlage going on. So anyway, yeah, the case is probably not as nice as the the Expert toolkit. It definitely doesn't come apart like that case does, and the sockets aren't held in. So anyways, let's see what we get in the box here. We'll start down the bottom with the swivels. Really high quality swivel. It's got replaceable pivots. A lot of the cheaper swivels will just have a roll pin or a pressed in pin that you can't service. It looks like these have an actual Allen wrench fitting on it, so you could tighten them or loosen them probably. That's the 3/8. Got a 1/4 inch with the same system. Interesting, nice. I like that. Let's you got a nice selection of extensions. That was one of my complaints with the Expert set, is that it didn't come with the short 3/8 drive extension, which can be pretty important sometimes. Good quality feel. These feel like they could just have the Snap-on name embossed on them, whereas, you know, the Expert tools felt like a cheaper brand of tool. And I believe some of you guys had mentioned on the comment section on that review video that they're called different things in different parts of the world. Some interesting things here that this comes with. Looks like we got 6mm to 20mm, and those will be 6-point. And then looks like 21 on down here to 24, 6-point. Metric, these are metric. And we got fractional down here. Those are all 6-point, 6-point. Now, an interesting thing this kit has, which kind of a strange that one of these kind of cases will have these. It has these E-sockets. These would be like an inverted Torx almost. A lot of European cars use these. Anybody ever done any work on Mercedes knows that a lot of the fasteners in Mercedes-Benz are those. A lot of Europeans like to use those cars, those fasteners. Pretty interesting, E4 through E20. Look how tiny that is, huh? Pretty strange that this inclusive kit would actually come with that. I think I would almost rather another rack of maybe metric 6-point, 12 points rather, maybe some 12-point sockets instead of the E, because you know your average just getting in the business or you know, shade tree mechanic isn't really going to have much of a use for these. I don't see a lot of shade tree mechanics doing a lot of work on their Mercedes. If you got a Mercedes, you can either afford to have someone that knows what they're doing fix it, or you can not afford to buy tools. So that's kind of strange that it comes with those inverted Torx. Look at that nice long extension too. And then we got a couple of spark plug sockets, you know, 5/8 and 13/16. Not a lot of demand for the 13/16 in the car and the automotive world, but that's what your lawnmower would take. We got a nut driver, but one thing I'm not seeing in this set is any screwdrivers. No, just wrenches up there. We went over those. I'm not seeing any screwdrivers or screwdriver bits in here, so I guess you'd have to worry about that. I mean, that's kind of an important thing to have in an all-inclusive set. Right away, if you're going to have another set of screwdrivers, that's another box you have to have with this. So it seems like the quality is right there. You got the 1/4 inch, and they're all 6-point. Seems like the quality's here, but the selection is a little bit lacking. Now the ratchets feels like a little coarser. I don't remember what the pawl count was on that Expert set, but this set here seems a little notchier. Interesting treatment on the handles. I guess if your hands fit those, my fingers are a little fat for them. It feels like those would kind of dig in a little bit. I guess it would give you a good grip getting down in somewhere, but I don't know if I really like the feel of that. It actually, the metal, that actually changes the balance of the ratchet. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sold on I don't know what we call that knurling or that pattern, but I don't know if I'm sold on it, especially not on the 1/4 inch. Those are just too close together. You know, you're putting a lot of torque on something. Those are going to get into your knuckle, the area inside your knuckles, and just cause a little bit of a pressure point. I guess if you're doing something really greasy and dirty, those would be nice, but I don't know if I really like those for this. What's this little ratchet wheel? This way you can loosen something that you just can't get any swing on. That's kind of neat that it comes with it. These also have the positive locking button on the back, which is kind of nice, And this one comes with a breaker bar. I don't know if this set is really needed to come with a breaker bar. I would have rather maybe a screwdriver, maybe an all-inclusive screwdriver, one of those ones where the bits are in the handle, maybe a high-quality Blue Point one of those. The reason being I don't think you should really need a breaker bar is these sockets are all 6-point kind of thin wall. You really want to use a breaker bar with an impact socket, just because you can put more torque through these. You can see it's actually longer. A lot of people like to put a cheater bar on these, like a piece of pipe that slides over it so you can get more torque. I don't know if I would have included this with this set. I think you could have added some more versatility in its space, because anything you're going to be able to take off with these sockets, you're really going to be able to get the torque on this, and that's kind of something I don't think is needed in this kit. So anyways, yeah, we got some 1/4-inch extensions. Definitely not lacking on the extensions. The nut driver, I mean, this should have been maybe a socket that would fit on, and a small little screwdriver bit set would have been in here. We know the Mac Expert set had your screwdriver set in it. Yeah, so there's not much else to say about this kit. Kind of interesting compilation they got going on.
I hope you enjoyed this unboxing and quick review of the Blue Point 100-piece all-inclusive socket set. Yeah, it seems like an alright set for the money. Maybe not as all-inclusive as the Expert set. This was a little pricier, you know, maybe $30 or $40 more than that Expert set. And it seems like the versatility is slightly less, but the quality is slightly higher. So it is what it is. And you know, if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down in the section, and thumbs up are much appreciated. And until next time, keep it out of the cabbage.